Hello, I'm hanging out with you guys today. Right now I'm putting on some string silencers. I should grab my glasses so I can see it. It's too close. Okay. Putting on some string silencers just to dampen down a little vibration on this bow. And the reason I'm putting this new string on is because I put a new rest on. We'll get to that. And the reason I put a new rest on is because I didn't have any rest on it because I just painted this riser. So, let me just burn that a little bit and then we'll get discussing what I'm up to. Okay, here we are. So, just put these fine string silencers on here. Knocks a little vibration down, changes the tone. Ooh, take a look here. Bear 76, regular riser. Regular riser? Deluxe riser. Not the denim. And I would like to put a feather rest on this, but I first need to figure out where the side plate needs to be. My denim riser has a little plasticky rest that came on it. If you can see that. It says JB on it. I like this rest. If anybody knows where I can find one, let me know. All the other rests, I have Bear Weather rests, Hoyt, Cartel. Not the same. This standoff works just right. So I was experimenting with this. I made up some fine rest in a shelf out of chair glides just to see how it worked. Tried a few arrows out of it, only in the barn. I'll have to see how it handles 20 yards and how close it is to shooting center. This is a string I had laying around. I put a knocking point on, about a ½ inch high. Putting on some little dampeners to knock down the vibration. Oops, pulled it a little bit. So this is one of the things I'm up to today. I may put up the bow rack back there. I made another bow rack to put over here. I also have one on order, and it's one that hangs a lot of bows vertically, and then I can put my bow socks on there also. And I think that'll be cool. That'll be over in the corner. I don't know if this live streaming is jerky. Maybe I should slow my movements down. I tend to move rather quickly. Maybe I should talk slower too. Yeah, that looks nice. What do you think? Changes the frequency a little bit. And yeah, we'll give that a try. Maybe I'll shoot this tomorrow. Greg and I are going to head out to a 3D shoot tomorrow. Imagine that. So I'd kind of like to give this a try. So this is a true deluxe riser for the 76er, where this is the denim riser, and the denim riser was off of a compound. I really like the riser, the way it was finished. I love this little plasticky rest. So this one I wanted to try shooting off the shelf. Since I'm shooting off the shelf, I then need a different knock point height. So I was going to make up a string, but this one's close enough. I had made it previously. Maybe I'll make a brown or a green one for this bow. And let's talk about racks. Since I talked about that rack over there, you can see I have the one up there. It's just a piece of wood rounded off with some pegs in it. It's not very complicated. People often talk about different ways to display bows, and I wanted to show one, the Skyhook. The Skyhook bow rack. Here, let's put this one down. So this bow, you can see I had a different chair pad on this one. I shot this one last weekend at the past president's shoot at Tiogi. And this, I was shooting a stiff arrow. And I could have just carved it with a knife, the side plate, to bring over the arrow a little bit, but I'm kind of stubborn. You should watch 3D Archery. It's kind of comical what occurred, I think. If I was a gap shooter, I would be able to quickly adjust and make up the difference. I haven't learned that gap shooting yet. Someday I'm going to learn how to do that gap shooting thing. And so Skyhooks. Let me tell you about Skyhook's bow racks. Check it out, folks. Oops, just knocked the whole table down. Skyhook bow racks. You put one of these in the ceiling, or two, and you can hang a bow. The bow that I'm going to use a lot, I'll sometimes just hang by one. In fact, between the living room and the dining room, I'm amazed my wife doesn't yell at me for that. It kind of looks like a mobile. It kind of wanders back and forth like that. And works really well. Two of them helps hold the bow straighter, and you don't have to worry about it sliding one way or another. I actually put 2 sets of these up last weekend by the door, so I can keep 2 bows ready to go if I run out the door and just want to shoot a little bit. So that is the Skyhook bow rack. You can find them at your local hardware store. So I will put that. Oh, leaving it strung. Okay, now that's a whole nother topic. Newer bows, composite bows, less expensive bows. Yeah, I'll leave them strung all the time. 76ers at our local club and at one of the oldest archery ranges in New England, they leave the bows strung all the time. And 20, 30, 40 years. And okay, maybe lose a pound. Some people should leave their bows strung all the time because they do more damage stringing and unstringing. So you can see all my long bows and Leaf's recurve get de-strung all the time. But quick training bows, I leave strung, hang them from the ceiling, ready to go. And here we go, folks. I'll have to go see how. Oh, wrong one. Let's put this back on the Skyhook. Maybe I can set it so you can see the Skyhook. Oh, maybe you can't. You can see a hook back there. Oh, I'll put another bow back there. I'll put this one back. Oh, too close to the new bow rack. I used to keep a bow hung back there. Pardon my back. I used to keep a bow hung there. This one on the other side. I can't spin the computer around very easily. So, so those are some of the things I'm doing and hanging out today. Silencers, knock point, new pads, do some bear shaft tuning, see which arrow flies nicest out of this. At sort of barn distance, sort of 30 feet, everything shot okay out of it. I was surprised. I shot a 600, the 600, can't see them, 600 aviators, bear shaft, they shot fine. I shot 500 Easton Axis, they shot fine. Shot Venoms, they shot fine. So we'll have to head on outside and try a little further distance and see if they, which one's going to shoot best out of this bow. So that's kind of an answer to a question somebody asked me with all the different bows and switching all the time. How do I know which arrow to use, and do I get an arrow tuned for each bow? Some bows I do a fair job of tuning. A lot of others, I just get it close enough. I'll grab a few arrows, a few bear shafts, shoot them at 20 yards, see what they're doing. Actually, if you look at the 3D Archery past president shoot, when I'll put a link. I don't know if I can put a link later on after it's this is posted. The arrows I was shooting out of both of the bows, I shot the 76er in the morning, Trad Tech in the afternoon. Both of them were running 30-ish pound limbs. and the arrows I was shooting for both sets of arrows were way too stiff, to the point where bare shafting, I would miss the target at 20 yards. But you throw 5-inch fletchings on, you do a little work with your side plate, wham, right down the center. Well, I didn't get it. I didn't do any work on the side plate on the 76er. Again, you got to see this. It's kind of hilarious. TradTech Titan. I had my. I don't have that out here. It's all put away, packaged up from shooting it on Thursday in the little case. That one was way off, and I just cranked the plunger a little, got it lined up, and shot that one. In fact, I did it in the practice end right before the shoot. So you should stop by and see what Greg's got going either this Sunday or next Sunday on 3D Archery. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Hope you're having fun tinkering with your equipment like I am having fun tinkering with my equipment. It's not my archery stuff. You have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.